Hello, welcome here today to Conny Decorated. And Wicker, the cameraman, is there and is happy. Christmas, exactly. It's dark and it's getting really cozy in here. And that's our theme, a little Christmassy, how do you call it? A little Christmassy village with an amaryllis and made with gold. Exactly. And that's exactly how we want it. We think it looks really nice and it fits in perfectly here with the natural things we still had in the shed. And if you want to know how it works, stay tuned because we're going to show you now. We'll show you the things we need today now, and then we'll get started, beginning here with the base. Here I have a wooden disc. It has a good 30 centimeters in diameter. I think it's about 33. Then I always find amaryllis absolutely beautiful. This one is waxed and in white. Then I find these little lighthouses really cute. I thought maybe we could include these two in the decoration. Then I also have floral foam, the metal leaf, once as a sheet, and then I also have these as small pieces. Then here I have the moss, the pressed kind. Take a look down in the video description. At Hof Oelkes we have it. Then I also have the gilding adhesive, and then I have scissors, wire cutters and brushes, one soft and one a bit firmer. Then I have pine cones. Just take a look, I always have different ones, exactly. You probably know that if you've watched our videos more often. Here I have a few things, little stars and pine cones in different sizes, cinnamon sticks. And from the last decoration ideas, I still had this in the shed. It's from our thuja, from our pine tree. And down here I also have the conifers and euphorbia, exactly. Oh, and I also have a bit of eucalyptus here. And I would say, let's finish up this quick decoration together. And before we start, it's of course best, before I begin with the floral foam, to simply check where you want to place the decorative elements. And I would actually like to have the amaryllis at the front, and I was thinking these little lighthouses could go here on the tray as well, and I think I want to place them roughly in the back area. And I forgot, I also brought along a string of lights with little stars. We actually have those at Hof Oelkes too, and I would really like to incorporate them here as well. I have this old bag up here, and I just cut off a piece because I want to put the floral foam on the wooden disc, simply because it always stains really badly. And I truly think, since I am working with these natural materials here, to protect the delicate disc a little bit more, I will carefully glue the floral foam on with some hot, strong glue. And now you can place this right in the middle or on the center. Now I'm going to take the other things away. Now we have roughly our position, and I won't be wetting it either because the materials I'm using today dry out really well. That means they're very durable and look great, so I'll just leave it like that. I'm only using this as a base for sticking things in. So I'll leave the amaryllis or put it back in position here, and I'll also leave the floral foam just as it is, right where it's supposed to stay. And now, at this moment, I will carefully take my gilding milk and gently brush it onto the delicate amaryllis, because I truly want to achieve a beautiful, radiant gold finish right here. So I want natural elements, I want green, a bit of gold, and I want white. And I think this combination, well, I hope it looks good. I've never done this before, so I'd like to add a bit of gold from the amaryllis onto the wooden disc. And now I'll take the gilding milk here and brush it on like this. It doesn't have to be neat, just however you like it. You can also go a little toward the front. I like that too. Now, before we apply the gold, it's really important that the gilding milk dries a bit. So as long as it's still white, please don't put the gold on yet, because otherwise it will smear and it won't look nice. So now we really wait until it soaks in here, and it actually soaks in pretty quickly. And now we just wait until it's nice and dry. You can't see it that well here because the amaryllis is waxed white. So I just use a finger and gently touch it. And when it starts to get tacky, that's perfect. Show you this process. Now I carefully take the shimmering gold here, and then you can very easily and smoothly brush it onto the entire surface with a completely different dedicated brush. And I'll proceed to do that all over the piece now, ensuring even coverage. I brush it on really nicely.
For everyone to enjoy, standing up close by the Christmas tree.
Exceptionally well. You can now, it's always highly recommended and indeed very good to have a much stiffer brush, perhaps one with firm bristles specifically for this particular task. Very gently and precisely brush off the excess shimmering gold, ensuring a clean and refined finish. And that's what I'm going to do now. And can you see that, Micha? Take a look. You can see it. You can see it really well, and it already sticks nicely to the wooden disc. As I said, we don't want it to be perfect, we want it to look natural. That means the edge here can be nice and rough, but as I said, everyone has their own preference and can do it however they like. And these other little pieces we have, we always save them, and I'll put them back there in my bag, and then you can use them again perfectly. And that was really quick, wasn't it, Micha? Yeah, very fast. That really went quickly because it dried super well, especially here on the natural wood slice. And look here, this natural look, and also with the amaryllis here, I think it's really beautiful. You can really, if you smooth it down nicely like this, it looks great. So it really does look absolutely beautiful. I also like it when it extends forward like that. And after that, you can still decorate it with gold, I think, at any time of year, including Easter and spring. Yes, it has a very slight noble touch, I think. So, and the amaryllis, I wanted to have that on there. That means it looks a bit like as if it just ran out towards the front. Or Micha. Yes. So now we take our plug-in module, and I really just want to place it here at the front. I'll just take another look at the houses so that we really have the right position again. The little one could also, yes, I'll do it that way for now. So, and now we have the position for the plug-in moss, and now we slowly start with the greenery. Now I'm taking my conifer, my thuja, and my pine branches. And yes, I'll just stick them in. I'd like to have it going across like this. And we have the branches, and now I'm going to cut them to length here. I think I'll go ahead and take a pine branch here, and it always smells so wonderful. And I'll just start by sticking the base off to the side first. Of course, you can use any greenery you like. And I think I'll start right here by carefully using a few lovely pine branches. And I think down there, that's precisely where I'll place them. Especially with the shades of green, it's just fantastic. Especially here with the thuja. And I'll just tuck that in underneath here as well. Greenery along both sides of the arrangement, and I think it's gently crackling. I'll just open up the natural moss now and start by carefully covering it a bit with the dry moss, ensuring a good base. And now I will also add some additional elements here at the back, and for that particular purpose I will really use the hot glue to securely fix it a bit onto the floral foam, ensuring a stable attachment. Carefully start by thoroughly covering this area with soft green moss. What's really nice is that there's also this light moss here, so yeah, how should I put it? Such a vibrant green, right? Such a light, beautiful green. And here again, this one in dark. And of course you can decorate really well with this and add a few green highlights. And I'll also lay this on top everywhere now. Of course, when you're doing something like this for the first time, it's always a bit tricky. But as I said, I actually want it to look like a forest floor. That's why it's really practical to use these green elements now. What I notice is that since I never fixed it in place, it's a bit slippery, but that's not a problem because we're not going to transport it. Otherwise, you could have fixed it here with Oasis Fix or even with a hot glue gun. But back here, of course, I have plenty of space and I can put my little lighted house here at the back. And now I'm really considering, Micha, whether maybe we should even, I don't know, put it here at the front, or I think that might be a bit too much. Maybe even put it up here at the front. How does that look from the front, Micha? All right, so here we have the moss now. Now we have a rough idea of where we're going to place the items, and I'm going to add a bit more moss here and bring in some more greenery upwards. To make it look really nice and natural, I've cut a bit of euphorbia here, and I'm going to stick the branch in here. I think I need to make it a bit shorter. Maybe I'll add it in there as well. And we've decided to simply use a really beautiful, thick, dark pine cone here and glue it behind the amaryllis. We'll just glue it in here as well. So the euphorbia and the dark pine cones now add this really lovely natural, this natural brown tone. And I think now you can also incorporate some small pine cones here as well.
Where I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running.
These can also be carefully glued in here really nicely and securely. I'll just meticulously cut off about 2 or 3 individual pieces and then gently add them into the arrangement as well. And the lovely delicate white wooden stars, I think, really fit exceptionally well here now, completing the overall aesthetic. Placed nicely here on top or on the moss, and I think we have 3 different sizes, so I'll add a few more in here. Now it's really starting to look wintry and Christmassy for sure. And I'd say perhaps just one more piece up here on the very top. And for that particular placement, we will simply use a small amount of hot glue right here as well. And let's not forget, what else do we have? We still have the string lights, and we want to incorporate those as well, which we'll do in a moment. But first, let's secure these 3 stars up here. And what I also have, normally it's for furniture and walls, but I still have this very fine gold powder, and I think you can very carefully add a bit of that here as well. You can also spray it a bit with spray adhesive beforehand, and then it will stick perfectly, of course. But we just want to add a few very subtle gold highlights here. You can also put a little bit of it, just a small amount on the pine cones, but really just a very tiny little bit. All right, and now it's time for the string lights, right, Micha? And the batteries are in. We've turned on the string lights, and now you can very carefully and beautifully work the string lights in here. And that's why I moved the greenery aside a bit, first into the moss, but of course also into the greenery on the sides. Look how beautiful that looks. Now we have the greenery here and the lights and a touch of gold, and I think, yes, it's a little romantic winter forest.
There is no way trying. You better.
Turning on, it's really nice. They even have a timer. You don't have to keep turning them on and off. You can just turn them on once now, and then they'll turn on by themselves and switch off again after 6 hours. And the houses are set up inside. And this is our little forest of lights. And that was our topic for today, a little village with the amaryllis, especially when it grows up nice and tall. It looks wonderful, it lasts a long time, and I really like it. I think you do too, Micha, right? Yes, it's beautiful. And of course, we really hope you enjoyed it today and that it inspired you. And of course, we'd really appreciate a thumbs up, as you know. And feel free to follow us on Facebook and also on Instagram. There are always little highlights, always pictures. And yes, our website exists too. It was down for a short while, right, Micha? You redid it. Exactly. And if you need articles or are looking for something we've made, always check our website, because that's where you'll find all the links. And exactly, we wish you a truly wonderful day. We're looking forward to decorating with and for you again in the coming days. Yours, Conny, and yours, Micha, your cameraman. Exactly. See you then, dear ones. Bye.